Hey, everybody. Welcome to our live How to Find Real Jobs in 2025. Thank you so much for showing up here today. If you don't know me, I'm JT O'Donnell, founder and CEO of Work It Daily, and excited to announce a co-collaborator in what you're going to see today, which is the job shopping tool powered by Job Leap. So a little backstory on that. I'm here with my partner in crime, Josh, who is the CEO of Job Leap. And the story goes back a while ago. You know, for years that I've always said you don't want to be a job seeker, you want to be a job shopper. You want to be very intentional about the kinds of opportunities you want to go after, and you want to invest time and energy in selecting the right ones and then approaching it the right way, as you know, with things like using your LinkedIn profile and back channeling to get there. Traditional job boards aren't working right now. How many people in the chat right now? How many jobs have you applied to in the last 6 months and gotten zero response? You were ghosted, you were ignored, you were auto rejected. Everybody throw your numbers up there. That way we will know that you're not alone. We understood that. And so when Josh and Praseeth and Mark and Mike and the rest of the team at Job Leap came and said, JT, I think we can build this job shopping tool for you. I said, okay, but I'm going to be hard on you because everything that gets built out there, you remember this, Josh, like right out of the gate, first phone call, and I'm surprised they wanted to take a second phone call. I said, everyone builds everything for recruiting. And I get it. I get that the employers are paying the bill, but it's at the cost of the job seeker. The user experience for the job seeker isn't good. I want a job shopping experience. And we have gone back and forth on that. And, I'm happy to say that Josh and the team have been awesome about making that a reality. And that's what you're all going to see today. So Josh, in advance, thank you. Thank you for, letting me be the advocate for the job seeker and getting this job shopping tool in good shape. But why don't you tell the story so people understand why you and the team decided to build this?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, JT. And what an intro. I'll try to match the energy and excited to be here with everybody today. So I'm Josh Campbell. I'm co-founder and CEO of Job Leap AI. And together with my two co-founders, we've spent over 20 years in talent acquisition. Hard to say that. It's crazy, but we've helped the largest employers find and hire great talent. And over this time, really facilitated millions of hires, sometimes driving over 100 million applications a year. So I've been doing this a long time. And about a year ago, we decided to pivot and focus our technical experience on helping job seekers directly. As many of you know, and JT's been talking about, today's job market is incredibly challenging. We've been experiencing really a skilled worker recession, something that's not widely discussed except by JT and other thought leaders that are really in it. And many are reporting this as the toughest job market they've ever faced. And I see some of the comments already are agreeing with, too many applies to even count. It's an interesting time because AI has changed the job market significantly, positively and negatively. There's AI driven screening processes that are very now commonplace, and it's difficult for job seekers to really understand what's genuine. Where can you gain traction on your job search? So we set out to really build an AI powered career co-pilot, is what we're calling it, to address some of the key challenges in the job search experience. And I want to go through a few of those. Right, we're saying what jobs are available. What jobs am I qualified for? Which jobs really interest me? How can I apply effectively? How can I stand out when I apply? Who do I know at these companies? And then if I get some traction, how do I prepare for the interview, negotiate salary, and really succeed long-term? And we believe AI, when used properly, can significantly enhance your job search. So our objective is to provide every job seeker with their own AI career co-pilot, really supporting you in finding your next role and advancing your career. And so we're thrilled that JT has been partnering with us, and she's become such an advocate for the job seekers. I've been telling JT I have these ideas, and she says, no, this is what I'm hearing, and really, boots on the ground, understanding the challenges that you all face. And so our AI is trained on JT's best practices, providing you continuous guidance, feedback, and answers throughout your journey. And today marks the very beginning of our journey. We've been in an alpha stage for a while, and we're excited to really start to launch it to many more users. We're at the early stages of a broader vision, but the way to think about it is each of you will get your own personalized agent. I'm using air quotes because It's a buzzword, I guess. It's a buzzword that that everyone's using, but every day your agent is going to sift through the millions of available jobs. It's going to pinpoint those that are best suited for you, and it's going to continuously learn from your feedback. So whether you thumbs up or thumbs down a job, we've built this in a conversational chat, so you can talk directly to it, similar to how ChatGPT works, and we're all becoming accustomed to chatting, and getting responses. And our goal is to improve your results over time based on feedback. Very specifically, our focus is not on a volume of jobs. We're really focused on delivering the right opportunities to you as they come about. And if you go in and we're going to find matches and you clear your matches, you may not have another match until the next job comes. Our goal is not to just overload you with options. Our goal is to take your feedback and give you what will be hopefully the right job. So your feedback is crucial as you explore and engage the platform with us. We invite you to join our community. You can find out how to do that through the platform, share your thoughts, and help shape what comes next. So we're excited to start the job shopping journey, JT, and thank you.
There we go. So I'm going to bring it up on the screen, and I'm also going to pop the link into the chat right now for everybody. So let's get that in there, and I'm going to pin it to the top as well so that you can see it. All right. So it's really just workitdaily.jobleap.ai, and that's where you're going. And this is the tool that I'm going to take you through and show you how easy it is to use this. So first thing we're going to do when you get there is you're going to hit let's go. And there I am talking to you. It's JTAI. And we've got two choices, folks. You can upload your resume or you can connect your LinkedIn. I'm obviously going to connect my LinkedIn, which is very easy to do, right? It's signing it in. And we immediately get into a conversation. So where are you in your job search right now? I need a job urgently. I'm open to gig or temp work. And I want to talk about that in a minute. I'm actively looking for the right opportunity. I'm making a career change or pivot, or I'm casually browsing. Now, I'm going to stop here, Josh, because there's a big difference between looking for a gig or a temp job to pay the bills, right? And actually looking for the right opportunity right now. Can you talk about the types of jobs that you're curating into the job shopping tool and how somebody should decide how to answer this?
Yeah, great question. So we are pulling jobs from lots of sources, and I see some of the comments where are we sourcing the jobs. Our goal and objective is to get jobs directly from the company website or applicant tracking system. Our goal is not to have a bunch of job board jobs, but really direct to the source. So we can, do some research on the company, and you'll see you can really ask some questions. But also, we understand that maybe you're an accountant or you're a data science engineer, and you're not finding the right opportunity right now. And that's okay, because we want to also provide you with gig jobs, right? It's whether it's Instacart or Uber or DoorDash or jobs that help you pay the bills right now in this tough time. So we're working on what the experience will be to separate your career aspirations with the I need a job to work now. Tell us what you're looking for. The more feedback, as we know what you want, it'll help us design kind of the output for you. But we have anywhere between 6 to 8 million jobs every day that we're sifting through, and using our technology to match those based on your feedback. So they're sourced from lots of different job providers.
Love it. Yeah. And I think the thing here I want you all to take away is that Josh, the team, we're all, trying to make sure that these are real jobs. Can we get that 100% right every time? Yeah, there's going to be some creepers that sneak in, but their team is really working on getting the legitimate jobs, which I think is important for you. So for the case of today, I'm going to focus on actively looking for the right opportunity. All right. Now, once I click on that, it says, what kind of work are you aiming for? And you can see it's offering, different areas: customer service, operations, software engineering, HR, people ops. And you can skip it if you're like, hey, I don't want to pick this. So we'll just skip that step. And it automatically said, all right, JT, based on your LinkedIn profile and that you're looking for a job, here are some potential jobs that you'd be a fit for, right? And look at that. How shocking. Senior career coach, right? Career development coach, career coach in the creative arts. Okay. And so I could add those and say, yeah, those look like something I might be interested in. So I can hit one of those. I could hit this creative arts one, and then I can ask for more jobs like that. Right. Now, what it's done, and this is what I want you all to see, is it's looking to expand my search right now. So it's got one of the jobs, and look what it did. Can everybody see this? It's telling me I'm an 85% match for this job. And it's telling me, okay, it's on site, it's full time, there's the salary. But maybe the reason I'm not 100% match is why it's on site. And where do I live? Not in New York City. Okay. So it's going to be really honest with you about that. Now, look at how selective it was. I'm not getting 10,000 jobs here. And that's the point that I've been trying to make to all of you. Spraying and praying, as we call it, or applying to massive amounts of jobs and hoping that something sticks is not good for you. It's not good for your time, your mental health, your energy. It's just also not going to work. So when you're job shopping, if you don't get a lot of jobs, that is reflective of the market and reflective of what you're asking for. Okay. And so you have to be mindful of that. And you may have to switch up your search. You might have to add skill sets, things like that. But look, it finished loading jobs. And look at this one. It's an executive coach and career strategist that is remote. Look at that. So it's calling that a 90% match for me, right? This creative arts is an 85, all these different ones. But now look what happens. We start to get into jobs that I'm not, I'm a 70% match. I'm a 60% match. These are jobs I would not apply to. And it's telling me why. It's saying, look, these physically want you on site. You're nowhere near those locations. So you're not really a match. This is how you're going to be able to start to really look for opportunities that fit you 100%. Now, once you find one, so let's take this one that I'm a 90% match on. This is where I just fall in love with what's possible for all of you as job shoppers. So the first thing it's going to do is give you an overview of the responsibilities, the compensation, the pros and the cons. All right. I can then click on company, and it's going to start working on gathering the company details. Now, this can take some time. Josh, talk to everybody why you want to click on this and come back to it. What is it doing here inside Jobly?
Yeah, so we're doing our best to aggregate as many companies that are in kind of the job ecosystem that are hiring. We take that company information, we store it so you can have easy access to it. This company, Popcorn Potential, is new in our system. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go out. Our agents are going to go research the company, identify what we can find out about it, look up Glassdoor reviews and different things like that, and provide that back into the system so that for every job you have there, you're able to chat with the AI assistant or kind of the platform here and really get a better understanding of what the company has to offer. Our goal in this specific section is to not have you using multiple tabs, to have one place where you can identify, is this right for you? We're trying to answer what jobs are available and is this the right job for me? And so we'll pull that back in, less than 60 minutes.
To that, but I like just showing people that because folks, up until now, when you had to go job shopping, you had to find a company you liked. You had to go search the web, look them up on LinkedIn, look them up on Glassdoor. What I'm telling you is that this tool is now going to do that for you. To me, that's just a game changer in terms of saving you time and energy. But here's where I think I'm playing around with it, where I think people will be really thrilled. So now here's the job description. Okay. Now, if you know me, I talk all the time about you need to be the aspirin to their pain. You need to talk about your unique value add and how you are a fit, how you will benefit them, how you will save them money, make them money, right? Solve their problems, alleviate pain. Watch what we can do. I can take, right, the job description. So I'm going to just highlight this text because it's right here. I'm not going to take what they have to offer. Like, I just want to take what the requirements of the job are, and I'm going to copy it. And over here, there's a little AI assistant. Watch what I'm going to say. Take the following job description info and compare it to me and identify the top 5 pain points this job solves for, and then quantify from my experience how I solve that pain, right? And then put here's the job description. I mean, this takes you 2 minutes to do. People always ask me, JT, how do I build my job matching matrix? And how do I show them I'm a fit? They've built in an AI tool that does it right here, folks. Look at this. It came up with the top 5, right? And it literally tells them how my experience does it. So like, for example, this job aligns with the top 5 pain points. The big pain point is career realignment. The role focuses on helping professionals realign with purpose. Your extensive background in career coaching and development is perfect for guiding others in this journey. It does the work for you. Remember how I said the only reason you're going to be seen as the must-have candidate is if you can match yourself to the job description and talk about the benefits? It does it for you right here. I don't think people can understand what a big deal that is, because you can take this information and immediately use it to craft your connection story, prep yourself for job interviews, build a cover letter that tells them why you're so excited. These are the things that you can do to stand out and be different when you reach out to them and back channel via LinkedIn, or when you're filling out the application, which, by the way, I could apply right here if I wanted to. All right. So really amazing AI tool on the right-hand side that you should just chat its ear off, because it's going to get to know you better, and it's going to be able to do a lot of great things for you. Let's go back, because we can go back to all the jobs right here in the job finder. Remember, these are all the jobs that fit me. Let's go look at, okay, this one, Vistage Worldwide. I'm very familiar with them. So again, we click on it. Let's see if they've got, there we go. So as Josh mentioned, Vistage has been around for a long time. It didn't need to process and find information about Vistage. Look, it gave me the size of the company, the pros, the cons, their website, where their headquarters are. It links to the company's website. I don't have to go searching for it. All the info I need to start to decide if I want to spend time and energy on this job and pursue it is here for me to take a look at without having to do any additional research. Then again, there's the job description. I could do the very same thing that I showed you with the assistant over here to match myself to the job. And then if I was interested, I could go ahead and I could apply. So I'm going to stop there for a minute. Josh, what do you want to add to this?
Yeah. So I have to say, for watching, I have not watched JT demo this, and it's amazing just seeing the use cases already that I've got swirling in my brain around how we could make some of that easier at a click of a button. But yeah, I mean, what we're really, go use the tool, ask it whatever you want. What's so unique about what we're building is we've built it with an AI powered engine that can hopefully help you interact with all the jobs, and whatever you guys want to know, we'll learn, and we'll hopefully, build that into the product to make that easier. 2 things that I do want to highlight when you're using it. On every job, there's the AI assistant, which is specific to that job. So JT, if you go to the right and you look at the wand where it says ask a question,
yeah,
we give you some prompts. So sometimes you're not sure. All the way down on the bottom right. Hit AI assistant again.
Oh yeah, these. Sure.
Yep,
Can you tell me more about the company?
Those pop up. Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna give you some prompts to help with that blank space problem. And if you want to know more about the company, if you do want to text, write it right in. So this is specific to this job and this company. If you go back to the job finder screen, we've got what I will call just a master chat AI assistant that is about your overall experience, where this is where you could, yeah, sorry.
I want to stop you there, because I want to prove to everybody, like, so when I was on this post and he said, go down and do the prompt, I asked the question, how do I fit this job? And it immediately told me exactly how I fit. Then I asked it, what 5 quantifiable experiences prove I'm a match? Literally pulled all of my quantifiable experiences and how I match the job, folks. I mean, hello, where are you doing that anyplace else right now? Just tell me where you're doing that anyplace else. The answer is nowhere. I'm just saying. All right. Sorry, Josh, had to flex there a moment. We are going back over to here to the main chat.
Yeah, go to the main chat. Actually, go to Job Finder. Go to Jobs. We'll do that first.
Yep.
So within the Job Finder screen, which is a list of all the jobs that we've shown that are available, click the AI assistant on the top right. All right. And now you could see this is the conversation that you've had in the onboarding flow. And this is the conversation that you've had around your profile, your entire experience. So there's 2 conversations. There's a conversation around you and all the things that you want out of the job experience. And then there's a conversation very specific to each job. So think of it like a Slack channel. Here, you could, if you click on the bottom right, the AI wand, you could could get some prompts. I want to see different roles. Or you could say, I want accounting jobs or gig jobs. And I saw there were some questions. I'm trying to follow the questions. They're coming fast. I saw there were some questions around.
We'll bring those up in a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How do you balance freelance and direct? Just tell it. And we're working on the questions that you put into the system are going to help us refine the experience. And so again, this isn't a beta. It's not going to be perfect. Whatever you ask it, we're going to learn and say, oh, we need to make a better experience for that question and how we navigate the different jobs. We think we're going to put gig jobs in a different tab so you can separate that out from your career coach jobs. And so really there's the part that we've done so far is we've integrated an AI assistant with jobs and matching. And now we really want to help build the experience, for all of you.
Yeah. So I just went in while you were saying that and said, I only want jobs in Boston. And it said, okay, we're going to load those and we'll notify you when we've updated your screen. And then it just slid in and slid out and said, hey, we've updated. And sure enough, look, executive coach in Cambridge, right? Senior coach in Boston, Quincy, Mass, right? It really gets it. So folks, you were talking about that. Go in and tell it, I only want freelance. I only want remote, right? You can talk to it and it's going to constantly refine that for you, which I just think, again, tell me where else you're doing this right now. Just tell me where else. So let's bring up some questions. Folks, if you have questions, put them in the chat. We're going to go through them as much as I possibly can. I want to go back to the beginning, make sure I didn't miss any. So give me a hot minute to start at the top and go down through. So many of you on here today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's see. Okay. So how are the sources of jobs available different than other sites? Great. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah. So LinkedIn specifically, in order for a job to be available on LinkedIn, the majority of time somebody is paying for that job to be posted on LinkedIn. LinkedIn does scrape and they pull in jobs from other sites, but the majority are people paying for that experience, which limits you to only the jobs that are posted and paid for. We are using all different types of technology and scrapers and AI and different sources to pull in what we're hoping, as JT called it, the real jobs. We are trying our best to eliminate job board jobs. We want to give you directly to the source. So we're going to company websites, applicant tracking systems, and finding the job very specific to the source. So it doesn't have to be just paid. It's just if somebody posted a job, we hopefully will find it. And again, right now we're working between 6 to 8 million jobs a day that our agents are scraping through. While I'm on that, I did see some questions if this is US only or international. It is currently US only. We've got plans to expand internationally. There may be some jobs here and there that are thrown in there, but this is it's launching as a US focused matching engine. Yeah,
for now. I'm very excited for you to answer this one. Is this free to access, Josh?
Absolutely, 100% free.
Do you hear that, folks? That was one of my criteria, right? I wanted job seekers to have free access to go job shopping. So grab that link and bookmark it right now. Better yet, if you don't have a free membership to Work It Daily, like if you're not in our free platform, you should go get a free membership because then you can always come back to it. It's bookmarked in there. All right. So can we answer 2 questions? Like we're looking for contract roles, but also the right full-time role.
Yes, 100%. Right now, the release today, those jobs will be intertwined with each other. In 1 to 2 weeks, we're hoping to have that separated from an experience perspective, but we're looking for feedback from, the early adopters of, I'd want that in a separate tab that are gig jobs so I could really focus on my, on my contract roles or my long-term opportunities. So yes, they will be intertwined. We're pulling in all different types of jobs, whether it's a full-time contract or a gig job. And our main focus is it a match to you and what you're looking for, your skills? And another really important piece, a lot of times matching is done based on your prior historical experience. And JT has preached to me to no end that just because what you've done in the past doesn't mean what you're going to do in the future. And so we're using AI to contextualize your skills to try and find you adjacent potential industries where skills would be relevant. That's a refinement process. That's this is something where we're never going to be done with continuing the matching and learning. But yeah, we're hoping to have all different types of jobs to help you real time, right now, pay the bills, contract opportunities, and then find the right fit for you.
Yeah. And Josh, what I'd say to people is just because what you wanted to do in the past doesn't mean what you want to do in the future. Can you pivot jobs? Yes, folks, but oftentimes it's going to require you to lily pad. And so what lily padding means is you're going to have to pivot a little bit, not all at once, take a job that bridges the gap and then gets you there and gets you right. Hop lily pad to lily pad. And so where I think, Job Leap, literally think about that lily padding and Work It Daily, this job shopping tool is going to allow you to at least find adjacent jobs that you could get there and then keep going to your ultimate destination. Because I'm sorry, it's hard to hear sometimes, but just because you want to go from being an accountant to an underwater basket weaver, it's not going to happen in one shot, and if you can face that reality and say, but, I can do accounting at a basket weaving company, get my foot in the door and do this, this, and this. Now that's a viable path and we can get you there faster. That's what this is going to be able to coach you through. So pretty exciting. In the interim, let's address Robert's question, Josh, because he's looking for a permanent role, but he really needs something part-time fast. Would you have him focus on gig first with this and then maybe delete it or clear it out and start over until we get this, the tab and all that good stuff? How would you have him attack it right now?
Right now, during the onboarding, there's a multiple choice. So select all of the options that fit for you right now. And you could always tell the chat right there what you want. What that does is basically we're taking the chat and we're basically contextualizing that and adding that to your profile as we do matching. And so tell us that you're looking for perm, tell us that you're looking for gig, tell us that you're looking for the right match. We're going to add that. Think about this like memory, right? One of the amazing things of AI is it's got an infinite memory on the conversations that you've had with it. And so our goal is to have really, replace the job board and the recruiter experience where they know you and you've already kind of built in your filters and have that interactive experience because things change. And when it changes, tell it. And we're trying to make it super easy. So yeah, Robert, tell us all the things up front. We are working on the experience to really surface those. Again, what's going to happen is your profile might be a 90% match to this executive coach job. You're not going to be a match to the gig jobs, but you might want that right now. So we're working on that experience to make it easy for you. I think we're about two weeks away, but we wanted feedback from this group of how important that was.
Yeah. Which again, I'm seeing so much in the chat. Is this available now? Yes. Is it free? Yes. Grab the link, get started. So this question here, just to kind of reinforce what we talked about. So Sebastian says, look, I'm in Texas. It's only recommending Texas jobs. Can I tell it I want to look in other places? Yes, but let me be clear, folks. You're still going to get that yellow band that says, look, you're not in, if you're looking in New Orleans, it's going to remind you of that. And the reason for that is, again, you applying online, you're probably going to get rejected. They're going to look at you and say, you're not where we are. You applying online, but then also back channeling, right? So apply through the job shopping, but then also go find them and say, I am moving to your area. This is how you get yourself pulled from the pile. So it's using a tool like this, but it's also understanding the right strategies in order to make that happen. It's not enough just to go, well, I want to be in New Orleans, so I'm just going to choose those jobs and apply. There is technique that you need to apply to your job search, but at least this is going to help you, formulate that.
Yeah. Just on that question, Sebastian, right in the chat in this screen, just tell it all the locations that you want. And so we're hoping all you have to do is natural chat and it should react to what you write.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's talk this because I like transparency. And I think Vicky's asking a great question. How are you making money? Yeah. If it's free to users and it's company agnostic, how do you continue to develop? Let's hit it.
Great question. So in a prior life, I ran a recruitment marketing agency, and large employers sponsor jobs. So similar to how Indeed works, where Indeed or Google have sponsored listings, we have sponsored listings that will be integrated into your results. To be clear, the match is most important. So we have organic or free, and we have sponsored. So I actually have no idea which ones are sponsored, but our objective is to integrate. And if you're able to apply to a job that's sponsored, we make a click or so most of the time it's a cost per application that we make from the employers. So large employers that are spending job advertising will be integrating those into the search results. Similar to Google, we want to offer this for free. and we want the employers to pay for it. So similar to the Google, sponsored job model.
But I want to tag in on this and say, folks, the other thing, and it's been great to be with this team, is when those employers come to them directly, we can also talk to them about how we want their jobs to present and what information we want them to provide, and then have you directly go over and apply directly at the company site, right? All the things that we talk about in the Work It Daily world that's going to help you, get in front of them and make sure that that's happening. So I get excited about where this is headed in terms of it's going to be better for the employers too. They're going to get better quality candidates and better matches for their money. So when you do a job seeker-led job shopping tool that focuses on your user experience, this investment was huge. But because they did this investment on the upfront, I truly believe it's going to help those employers on the back end. And, I feel like Josh and the team wouldn't do it if they didn't believe that too. So this is exciting because we know for a long time that job boards have been broken and it has to be done differently, right? So that piece of it is really key. Also, Vicki, I want to be fully transparent. This is free, but if you go look at the privacy policy, when you sign up, we are notified that you signed up. So you will see the privacy policy. We do get your email so that we can message you and be like, how's it going? And oh yeah, by the way, if you ever want some job coaching, would you want to join our free membership at Work It Daily? Or for example, we have LinkedIn profile reviews now, if you ever want. So down the line, this allowing you to interact with this for free is also a way for us to reach out to you and say, is there a way for us to assist you in the other aspects of your job search, right? Will you be able to unsubscribe from that at any time? Sure. You just go to the bottom of the email and unsubscribe. But I think that's really important. I want you all to understand that. The reason this is free is because it's a way for us to bring awareness and provide you great value for free. But hopefully in doing so, you're going to go, wow, job shopping with Work It Daily and JT was so powerful. I want to know how to use it even better. Maybe I'll go grab their free membership, or maybe I'll get a LinkedIn profile review from them, something like that. So that's how I see us making money off it down the line. Anything to add to that, Josh? We're good?
Yeah. I mean, our philosophy here is if we provide really great value first, there's monetization opportunities down the road. So, we're not very, don't tell the investors we're not very focused on monetization, but we're really focused on providing a good value for job seekers and getting feedback for what you guys want. And we'll kind of follow that data and hopefully provide really great value.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Lisa's question. Is this focused on any specific industry? She's in sports and she finds that it's a different vertical. Thoughts on that, Josh?
Yep. It would have been easy if we focused this on an industry. We focused it on every possible job we could find. So this is fully agnostic to industry. So hopefully you'll find some good sports opportunities here.
Yeah, and feed it, talk to it, right? Let's talk about this. Would you customize your resume for each job description, or would you only search for jobs that match your current job? Ooh, let's have a conversation around that, Josh.
So I'll give you, JT, I don't know if you want to comment first. I know you've got some great, resume building tips.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you're applying to jobs with your resume, we encourage you, if you have the right resume format like ours, all you have to do is adjust the top fold of the resume. The big problem now is that the vast majority of employers don't trust resumes anymore. I really believe resumes are going to be dead soon because people are using so many AI tools to basically change their entire resume so that it matches a job, but they're not even real anymore. So where I also see this getting very exciting is if you are using your LinkedIn profile, right? And you're also doing what we teach you, which is actively sharing, your thoughts and knowledge on LinkedIn in your feed. In time, I would love to see this tool evaluate your entire experience on LinkedIn and help you match yourself to jobs that way so that it's talking with the recruiters and matching you. We're not there yet, but that's not 10 years away, folks. The AI is going at such fast rate. That stuff's coming quickly. In the interim, I would tell you that if you're not truly a match here, what it's telling you is that based on what you've shared on either your resume you uploaded or your LinkedIn profile you uploaded, you are not 100% match. So look at why. Look at each job that comes up. Look at the visual coding we've got here, green, yellow, right? Look at why, and then be honest with yourself, because changing it just to be a match, but if it's not true, you shouldn't do that. That's what is messing up the works. Okay. But it might also reveal to you that, wow, there's parts of my work history that I haven't been putting on, that if I did, I would be a better match. So this is also a way to figure out, do I need to be updating my profile with legitimate, experiences that maybe I haven't included or explained properly, that's making me not be a match for these roles? So don't tweak it for every single one. Be honest, but at the same time, understand that the better you get at presenting yourself on your LinkedIn profile, on your resume, the likely more matches you will find. Josh, how do you feel?
Yeah, so I'm so torn on this, and I agree with JT. The resume is no longer an effective way to communicate your skills and past experience to an employer. However, it's still currently the mechanism being used. So I don't know what I did that just set off fireworks on my screen, but so we actually have built a feature that allows you to customize a resume for every job and apply. We haven't launched it yet because it's just not, we're not ready to launch it. It's not right. And what's happening, there's a lot of companies out there that have created AI automatic generated resumes that are matching the job description. And what's happening on the client side or the company side is the applicant tracking system. I'm going to stop using my hands because it keeps popping up. The applicant tracking system are seeing all these 100% matches, and yet nobody's qualified for the job. So it's causing this big tension. So the industry is going to kind of work itself out. We built the feature. We don't like it yet, so we're not ready to release it. I do agree with JT. We want to be able to help you really make sure you are a match. Of course, communicating that you're a match is really great. And so what we're exploring, instead of creating a resume for each job, maybe we'll do that. But how do we help you create your job matching matrix? JT posted in, but how do we create something that differentiates you, that allows you to go and back channel to the people that you know with a document that's different? And so it's something we're thinking about. Would love feedback. The industry is kind of in a little bit of chaos because of that. So we're hesitant. But yeah, if you think about our goals as a AI career co-pilot, we want to reduce the friction for you as much as possible. And so we want to be able to make it really easy to adjust your resume. We want to make it really easy to apply. Apply processes are really hard these days. So we're going to automate a lot of that to make it super easy, but our very important focus is on quality, to make sure that you are applying to a job that matches you, and we're not contributing to the noise. So it's a little bit of a balance that we're exploring.
Yeah, I want to comment on two things. I want to give you a scenario. This is a buyer's market, meaning employers have their choice of talent. So what you all need to understand is, imagine you were going out and you knew exactly what TV you wanted to buy and how much you wanted to spend. And you went into the store and said, this is the TV I want to buy and this is what I want to spend. And the salesperson kept saying, no, you want this and you want it for this much. They're not going to buy from that salesperson. They're going to turn on their heels and walk out the door. You're not going to buy from somebody who's telling you what you should want instead. That's what I need you all to be careful of, because I have job seekers come all the time and say, but I could do the job. I don't doubt that you could do the job. I'm sure you could. But in this market, there are plenty of people who have the exact experience who can do the job. So it's very presumptuous to say, if I just talk to them, I'll be able to do the job. So I'm going to mismatch my resume because once I get the interview, they're going to see I can do the job. Folks, it's not how it works. They're going to catch you in the lie and you're going to be banned from ever working there. So really be careful about your honesty. I understand the market is tough and there's a lot of competition, but you can really hurt yourself in that scenario. Now, that being said, I want to paint a very futuristic vision of what I told Josh and the team that I want. I want a world where you come in here and you talk to this thing and you show it that you have experience, maybe not the certification, maybe not the technical job title, but you can talk. Like, there's a job you want, it gives you 10, 20 questions that you should be able to answer, and you answer them. Okay. And it's really you, and it stores that. And all of a sudden, one of their companies comes along and is looking for somebody with that skill set. Imagine a world where the AI agents can literally talk to one another, and it finds you and it has a conversation with you, and it gets to a point where they're like, hey, you're a match, you're interested in this job, and you get pinged, and it's like, your AI agent of you has been having a conversation with ABC company, and you're definitely a match, and they want to have a real conversation. Like, can you all understand that? Like, that is going to be the future of how you get matched to jobs. It's not 10 years away. And so the sooner you start using a tool like this and you keep coming back to it and you keep checking in with it and talking to it, I keep getting questions in the chat, Josh, like, what if I want a different job title? Put it in there, tell it, talk to it. That is how this tool, this is the brilliance of AI, is that we're going to get more and more sophisticated in the ways that we can match you down the line. Does that make sense to everybody? It's just so incredibly powerful to be able to have something like this, but you want to start now with it. That's the key.
Yeah. Well said. As we build, we're looking to build an entire ecosystem that is connected to the, to the hiring ecosystem. So the more we can learn about you, there's a lot of movements happening where companies are adding more friction into the application process. They're asking you questions. And if we already know the answers to the questions, we're going to be able to answer them for you. It has to be accurate, but JT just nailed it. AIs are going to talk to AIs, and that is crazy, but it is what's happening. And so we're building this with the intent that this is the agent that will talk to all the other agents. We're not there yet. Yeah. It's coming. We're having a lot of those conversations.
Yeah, I want to jump over here really quick because I do these Ask Me Anythings every week. Last week, I did the AMA on McCoy, which they just dropped the newest version of their mobile app that is insane. It takes a job description link and it analyzes it and finds the pain points and tells you what questions you should answer on video so that you can put it in a URL and send that. So the question here is, what stage in this process should we bring in McCoy? My advice is work in job shopping here with Work It Daily, Job Shopping, Job Leap. And then when you find jobs you're absolutely in love with, know you're a fit, and you did talk to the AI, take that URL, go over to McCoy, drop it in, and it's going to tell you what videos to create. Create your video reel in McCoy, right? We call it your results reel. Bring that back and apply through Job Leap and add your URL as one of your things. Like, this is how cool the AI is coming together. So thank you for asking that question. But as you can see, this is the tool that's going to help you find the jobs that you should bring into McCoy and then bring back that results reel and apply through the platform, because we're saving the jobs here for you, right? They're coming back, which is huge. Josh, this question you kind of answered, but let's go back through it. Does this solve the application problem where it just takes you to another site where you have to manually do the whole application? Similarly, does it automatically apply for jobs hosted in Workday? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So today, if you apply, you're going to be directed to the company site to apply. That's today. There is a huge effort going on in the industry around not having to do that. We are going to be integrated with platforms that have that integrated apply experience that are asking you questions, which will allow us to submit that for them. Out of the 6 million, 8 million jobs that we have right now, only about 200,000 are successfully activated with that easy apply through system to system, but that number is growing very quickly. And I expect in the next year for that to be a much different case, because there's a lot of companies solving this. So we're very focused on it. We want to make it so if you tell us to apply, we're going to just apply for you like an agent should. But today it's just going to direct you offsite.
Yeah. This is a session for job seekers, right? We're teaching you how to job shop, but I would be remiss if I didn't pick up on the fact that there are recruiters here. Kevin is wondering, can you use this tool as an internal recruiter to source talent? Thoughts on that? Best way to use this for Kevin, Josh?
We don't have a product for that right now, Kevin. Sorry. We are 100% focused on the job seeker. Maybe down the road, if there's interest in the in our community, really, being part of kind of a talent marketplace, and we could allow recruiters to go in there. That's something we have thought about, but right now it is not something we're building. It's on the roadmap for discussion.
There you go. Great. All right. I want to go back to this because Giacchino says, my biggest issue in my current job is not what I want, and most search engines push me toward my current industry. So folks, let's talk about how you use this tool for that. Okay. You're in a job you don't like anymore. You figured out what job you want to do. Come in here and feed it that. Okay. Give the AI, say, I'm looking for jobs in this area. It's going to tell you you're not a match for them. I'm just going to be straight up. You're going to say it's going to at least try to find ones that you're a 70% match. I need you to look hard at why. That is your gap. That is the gap that you are going to have to close to get hired. So you have a couple options here. You could go, okay, what job can I get that is somewhat similar in some way, but I could inch up in my matching? Because right now, if you want to get pivot, you're still going to have to find jobs where you're about an 85% match or higher. So this is what I meant about lily padding and why you use Job Leap for this. Never before have you had a tool that could sit here and be this honest with you about what your gap is. And then you can start figuring out, all right, how do I tweak it, find a job where I'm closer? Now how I can get to them and convince them I'm the candidate for this job, get my foot in the door, and then continue on my journey. Does that make sense, Josh? You want to add to that?
Yeah, no, you nailed it. We hope to have that experience exactly as you mentioned. Talk to the AI and talk to the chat, and we're going to learn. It's going to learn and hopefully give you more opportunities.
Yeah. So this is a cool question. Let me find it. Question was, my LinkedIn is a little bit different from my resume. So can people? I'm trying to find it. They can upload both, right, Josh?
Soon, yes.
Soon, okay.
Right now, it's one or the other.
Okay.
But a fast follow behind that is if you want to connect with your LinkedIn, but then you want to upload your resume for matching, that's going to be available over the next few weeks, not today.
Love it. Wonderful. All right. So even more reason, folks, sign up today, come back in and talk to it regularly. And you're going to get updates as new product releases come out about this, right? I just want to make sure everybody understands, like, this is the first time you're learning about this today, other than the fact that Work It Daily members got a sneak peek at it 2 weeks ago, right? So my members got to see it 2 weeks ago, but this is out public to the universe now. Any of you that are on this thing right now are seeing this for the very first time. Please bookmark the page. And I just want to share this quick comment. We'll keep taking questions. Landon said, thank you for hosting. Already signed up, seeing a light at the end of a rather dark tunnel. Landon, I could not agree more. Like, this is the kind of AI that's being used for good, right? To teach you to job shop and to give you results that actually mean something. So I'm glad you see it too, because, this is a tool that I've wanted for decades. It was literally never possible until AI, right? It's literally was never possible. Oh, this is cool. Comment by Craig. I got rejected after a 15-minute interview and it was eye-opening. It helped me identify a gap and I'm now taking a course to fill the gap. Knowing your gap is important. Thank you, Craig. You're reinforcing what we're talking about here. One of the best things about job shopping is we're brutally honest with you about your gap. And you've got to own that gap and do something about it, right? It doesn't mean you're a victim if you can't, you can change it, right? Yeah, this is awesome. Very good. All right. Wow. So 50 minutes has gone super fast, but I don't want to miss out. Are there any final questions that people have? Please put them in the search here for Josh and I. This quick question is cool. How do you keep bots from overwhelming the system?
So that's a very broad topic. You have to be logged in. We don't have this publicly facing like a job board where bots go through it all the time. And so that's one way for our experience to be protected. I saw there was several other bot related questions. And, we're working within the ecosystem for the auto applies that I was referencing earlier. It's really the company that is enabling an auto apply, and we're just going to facilitate it with your information. And so it's kind of that agent to form interaction. But yeah, this is a login only experience right now. So that's one way.
Yeah. By the way, Michelle is saying we need this in Canada. So get on it, Josh and team.
Yeah, that's noted. Thanks, Michelle.
I love it. Folks, what was your biggest aha moment today? I ask that at every session. Please, in the comments right now, you're walking away from the session. What was your big aha moment about the process, the technology? And again, you saw the question right now. This is not a mobile app. This is a desktop experience, but you do log in. Any designs to make it an app, Josh? What are you thinking?
Maybe. Well, a lot of job seekers use mobile. And so you can use a mobile browser. We have not designed an app. We are really designing this for the active job shopper who's at their desk working it, and not casually, not that you're ever casually just, looking for jobs, but we're designing this to be worked. And so we want to really take this platform and evolve off of it. And so maybe we'd love feedback on if that's an experience you want, but it is browser friendly. So it is absolutely mobile friendly browser wise, but we haven't built an app yet.
Yeah. So I just want to mention too, Praseeth Govind is on the chat right now, and he is the co-founder with Josh, one of the co-founders, CIO, behind the development of this. We have somebody say, "Hey, I found a job, and it's taking me to a paid service or something like that." That's going to happen from time to time, folks. But that's where I feel like Job Leap is different because, as Praseeth has pointed out, there's going to be a job reporting feature. So if you find a scammy job or you find somebody trying to pitch a service instead of a job, they're going to be able to be banned through this process. So you will be able to participate in that. Tell me where else you've been able to do that. Tell me where. You haven't, right? That's the key.
You have hit on our biggest pet peeve in this entire ecosystem, and we are doing everything we can to prevent those, but they're just constantly coming into the feeds and into the searches. So yeah, we 100% plan on having all of those removed, but we need feedback. Again, if you ban it once, it won't come back, but we really are looking to prevent that.
I love it. And I love that everybody's putting on this. Douglas wants to know, if this works and I get a job, where do I send the fruit basket to?
JT. Oh, it's all JT.
I love fruit. That said, I'm excited because I can discover what job I'm best suited for by using this. Plus, I'm hopeful that it can lead to a real job. Yep, that is true. And this is true. You're seeing this as an additional tool to help. You do need to stay current in this job search, folks, right? You've got to be finding the things that make difference. Benjamin, I love this comment. You've been customizing a resume for each job description. It is counterproductive. It is a waste of your time. Your time's going to be better spent shopping here inside the job shopping tool powered by Job Leap. And let's get your then connecting, right? Matching yourself using the AI on the right-hand side to match you to the job based on your real experience. That's what we want to make happen. That's what recruiters are looking for. Okay.
And then use this tool to customize your message when you back channel. That's where I would use this as the back channeling message is really key right now. JT is telling me all the time that's where a lot of people are having results. So yeah,
it's working.
Focus the effort there.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, this is like, I think people hear AI and they immediately think, oh, this is going to be complex and hard to understand. Folks, you are all using AI for your job search the moment you start using this tool. And look at how intelligent and easy it is and conversational it is. Like, do not be afraid of this stuff and trust that you know me. And I can tell you, I don't partner with just anyone. I will say this not to be cocky, but I get pitched to partner every single day because of all of you, right? You job seekers, everybody wants to partner to get at you. When I tell you I block and tackle 99% of what comes at me because they're making things that are just awful for you. And I'm so blunt and hard that when somebody like Josh and Praseeth and Mark and Mike and their team come to me and withstand the brutalness that I give them, this is something to be so grateful for. So Josh, I just want to say, Praseeth, everybody, I know you're out there. I think you can see from the folks attending today, like we're really grateful. Thank you for choosing the job seeker. You know, really, it's a really big deal that you're choosing the job seeker. So a couple more of these. Making the search process more efficient versus having to scan through hundreds of job postings, right? This is huge. And this is great. Thank you for the tips. I'm going to dig in. So I'm going to stop there. Josh, thoughts?
JT's not lying. She was brutal on us. And
I was brutal.
It helped a lot to get this to the launch pad. And we're really looking forward to feedback from all of you. Use it. You know, we're perfectionists. We want it to be perfect, but we know we need feedback so we can prioritize how to make this experience better. And so we've created right through the tool. You can send us a form, a note that will go to our email, or you could join our Slack community where we'll continue discussing features as a group. And, you know, JT, thank you so much for opening up your community. And we really hope we can help.
Yeah, I just want to show everybody, Josh just mentioned, if you go over to the lower left, it says help and support. Look at this. You can join their Slack community and chat all about the features, and you can send them a message. They're deadly serious. They're here. They want your feedback. They want your help. Dig in, my friends. Dig into this and send them because it's only going to help you the more you use this and the more you give them that feedback, okay? And I know we're putting up the link one more time. Thank you, everyone. These 55 minutes went really fast. I can't wait to see you in their job shopping. And I want to hear from you all I want you messaging Josh, myself, because when you start getting actual interviews and you land jobs because you went job shopping right? Instead of just job seeking, you're going to see the difference. So get in there and have some fun. Okay. Awesome. All right.
Good luck,
Until next
everybody.
time, team. Take care.
Bye. Thanks, JT.